Appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that story. Now, United States Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, in fact, has said in Madrid today that US and China have reached a framework agreement on the future of TikTok. The agreement aims to shift the app to US-controlled ownership, addressing national security concerns. Both sides describe the talks as productive, highlighting cooperation on trade, investments, and other economic issues. Bessent confirmed President Trump will speak with Chinese President Xi on Friday to discuss wider trade matters, including tariffs and future rounds of negotiations. China also signed agreements to promote mutual investments, expand Poland's EV industry, and encourage bilateral trade. U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer said both sides maintained respect and agreed on challenging issues, signaling a positive step in U.S.-China economic relations. Andrew K.P. Leung, China strategist, is joining us live from Hong Kong. Andrew, thank you for being with us today on NewsX World. What do you make of the progress in these talks in Madrid, particularly on the issue of TikTok?
Well, of course, the initial indications are quite positive, as President Trump already posted on social media that he was quite happy with the outcome. Bearing in mind that TikTok has been extremely popular in the United States amongst the young people, and in fact play a role in helping him winning back the White House, thanks to help from Elon Musk and others in the social media milieu. But the fact remains that the TikTok has now gained further popularity, not only in the United States but around the world. And indeed, most of the TikTok subscribers are very worried in the United States that somehow it's going to be shut down if there is no deal agreed with Beijing. So this comes as must be a welcome move to Trump's supporters and his potential supporters. But I think that the details are still yet to be revealed because I don't think Beijing would sell off the entire TikTok algorithms, which of course drive the TikTok business, not only in the United States but around the rest of the world. I think the United States justification for hiving off the TikTok segment in the United States is for security. Data security and national security. I think that probably the agreement would satisfy those concerns by ring fencing the data with a very tight rein as far as the United States security is concerned, and without TikTok's parent company, BitDance, giving up all the algorithms. The science behind it, and definitely not affecting the parent company's control of TikTok platforms in the rest of the world. Now, let's not forget that for a time when the TikTok future was still uncertain,
yes,
there was a backlash in the United States, resulting in a lot of TikTok members migrating to the China-owned a TikTok-like platform, which is in China called Douyin, but it's just like TikTok. It's a different name in China, but the China version doesn't use English language, but nevertheless embeds algorithms which enable English speakers or English writers to communicate with their counterparts in either language. But as far as because there was a fear that TikTok may shut down in the United States, I think that the Chinese version have seen quite a large number of American youngsters flocking to the Chinese version, the Red Note.
But we're going to have to wait and watch how this pans out. With now, it seems some sort of agreement reached between both the sides. Stay with us. China has criticized the U.S. Meanwhile, saying Washington's call for